Hello everyone, I welcome you all back to my channel Gratitude with yet another episode. I'm truly humbled to all of you who have watched my videos, who have subscribed my channel, who have managed to take some time out for liking my videos as well. Thank you, thanks a lot. I will try to I will try to improve my content over the period so that whatever I say, whatever I share with you guys, it is of great use to you. I would try my level best for that. So, as we all know, I would again take a topic which is generally perceived to be very negative, but it also has a positive aspect. So, today I would be speaking upon selfishness. What is selfishness? It has again become a very common term which, almost everyone uses in his or her daily life. Sometimes we don't even know its real meaning, yet we tend to use it. One is called to be selfish when he thinks about himself, disregarding about what others might think, totally discrediting the others. Suppose you think about your own self without considering the implications it might have on others, the world might call you selfish. But is being called selfish wrong? Or is that definition of selfish wrong or negative per se? In my opinion, it is not. And why? And why it is not? Because one has to be selfish in order to become selfless. I would repeat it again. One has to be selfish in order to become selfless. Because if you are selfish, you might think about your own self. You might always think of satisfying your own self. But there might come a point where you would have reached your saturation, and then you would willingly start thinking about others. Suppose, for example, there's a food which you crave for a lot. You can have it, right? And now if that food is abundant, and if that food is abundant for you, you might devour it. So, but you might devour it till a point of time, but there will come a point where you might reach your saturation point. I mean, you cannot have it beyond it. Then the only option which is left with you is to give it to others. But if you start thinking about others before yourself, then you will always be empty. You'll always be empty. And you might also be in a situation where you are thinking about others, where you are giving regard to others unwillingly, because the world wants you to. Because the world doesn't want you to become selfish. It will always demand from you to be selfless. And it is a simple mathematics. So suppose you have only one person to feed, it will be easier for you. But if you have billions of people to feed, suppose if you have billions of people to feed, you will never be able to you will never be able to satisfy it. You will always have to compromise with it. But if you have only one person, which is your own self, to satisfy, it will be okay. And guess what? If everyone has this mindset, if everyone becomes selfish, everyone would be satisfied. I would repeat it again. So if everyone becomes selfish, everyone will become satisfied. But since we are always told that we must be selfless and not selfish, this world is always in a begging state. It is always because obviously if you become selfless, if you start giving things to others completely disregarding your own self, you will never be satisfied. And in order to satisfy yourself, you will beg. And that is how this whole cycle works. This whole cycle of begging works, perhaps. But if you become selfish, you would think about your own self. You would think, you would always think of satisfying yourself. You would always think to consume everything you get, and there will definitely come a time where you are already enough, maybe with food, maybe with wisdom and whatnot. You would willingly, you would lovingly feed that thing to others, and then this world will definitely become a far, far, far better place. So, if someone calls you selfish, it has to be taken as a compliment. You know what? The world has made this term negative, while it was never the case. It was always, it was always okay to become selfish. It was always okay to be selfish. Se- Selfishness is a boon. How many people have you seen are selfish? What do you call? What was Buddha? What was what was Buddha? What was any of the gods? What was any of the deities? They were all selfish. When did they not think about themselves? They always thought about themselves. Take any scripture, they were always selfish. And again, when I'm calling them selfish, I don't mean that I'm condemning them. No, I'm not condemning them. I'm just telling you that they were gods, they were deities, they were the almighty, and yet they were selfish. And that is what made them the way they were perceived. That is what made them God. The ones who are selfish make history. The ones who are selfish are happy. The ones who are selfless are not. The ones who don't feed others, the ones who do not give things to others willingly will never be happy. In order to be happy, you must be selfish first, so that you reach a state where you are abundant, where you are brimming with those things. You'll be happy. Until you reach a state of selfishness where you are brimming with with the things which you feel are important for you, you'll not be happy. You'll not. This life is, again, it is a gift. It was a gift to you. You have been given this body. You are born as a human being to enjoy, and you can never enjoy, if you keep sacrificing on things. You must try to satisfy your own self first, and then only will you be in a position where you can satisfy others. Selflessness is the next step of selfishness. If you try to attain selflessness first, without having to reach that selfishness state, you will never be happy. First, you need to be selfish, and then only can you be selfless. And moreover, I would say, how can someone be selfish alone? It is not an individual thing. So suppose if I have to be happy, if I have to enjoy, can I enjoy alone? No. In most of the cases, not. No one can enjoy alone. My joy, your joy, or someone else's joy is dependent on so many other people, so many other circumstances. It is not an individual thing. So suppose you want to enjoy, you want to be happy, you need to be selfish, and whenever you are being selfish, it is an interdependent thing. You cannot be selfish alone. You might be selfish for others as well. So suppose I want to be happy, I would want others, the people around me, the people whom I'm surrounded with to be happy. If I alone will be happy, I cannot be happy for long, and that happiness would be of no use for me. I would be happy, but I cannot enjoy, because joy doesn't come alone. It has to be enjoyed with others. We are human beings, right? We are social animals. If that socialness, so if we are not social, if we are not in that society, how can we enjoy? I mean, that imagination of joy alone is something which is unfathomable only. So, if you want to be happy, you need to be happy with others, and to enjoy this gift of life from the Almighty, you have to be selfish first. Perhaps let's just try. Perhaps let's just try to change the definition of selfishness. Selfishness is not negative. It is perceived to be negative. It never was negative. Selfishness was always a boon. Even now, you would encounter the people, you would experience that the ones who are selfish, the ones who think about themselves, are actually happier than the ones who don't think about themselves. Selfishness is, what do you say, it aids happiness, it aids joy, it lets you be who you are. And after all, my life is my life. It is not others' life. It is my life. And I have to be responsible for this gift which the Almighty has given me. I need to take care of this. I need to take care of this body I am in. I need to take care of my everything. And if I have to take care of my own self, I must be selfish. It is okay being selfish. I am reiterating the fact that if someone is being selfish, he is not being selfish alone, because it is not an individual concept per se. In fact, it is a concept where so many people, it is a phenomenon where so many people are addressed together. Because a person, there is no purpose of a person being selfish alone. It is an interdependent phenomenon. And if everyone in this world becomes selfish for his own self, this world will become a far better place to be a part of. Let's just try to change the definition of being selfish. Selfishness is not bad. In fact, it is a blessing. It is a quality which not everyone possesses till this date. We need to work on it. We need to be selfish. We need to actually contribute to a happier world. And that change will definitely start from our own self. Let's just try to be selfish. Let's just try to normalize being selfish. It is okay. It is just, in fact, it is more than okay. It is great being selfish. I am selfish, and I love to call myself selfish, because I, while being selfish, am respecting this gift, which is life. I am selfish, and I can proudly call myself being selfish. I can proudly call myself selfish. Let's just try to again normalize it. Let's again try to contribute to a better and happier world. Let's just try to spread positivity all around. There, there has always been positivity, but then things have taken a shape where we perceive things to be negative, while that is not the case. I hope I have contributed to your perception of selfishness in a different way. I hope this I hope this time of yours, which you have devoted towards watching my video, has added something to your life. Has, even, if that has managed to bring even a percentage of uh, change in your perspective in a positive direction, I would be more than grateful to my life, to 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 YouTube, to making this video, to to all the things which have contributed, which have contributed to bring this thing to this platform, which is eventually catering to you guys. I hope you liked this video. I wish, I pray, and I commit from my side to improve with every episode, and I'll definitely be consistent, and I'll try to bring new perspective to again, predominantly conceived negative things. I am on a mission, and I hope I'll accomplish it. And I need your support. I need your, not only in terms of watching my video, but also in making that shift in the perspective towards the negatively perceived things. Thank you for watching my video, and every second of yours is highly important for me. It motivates me a lot to continue doing this. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel if you wish to. Please like my videos if you feel it is worth that like. Otherwise, dislikes are also welcome. Comments are also welcome. Any sort of comments would do, because your feedbacks, premise of my videos, I try to improve. In every aspect. Perfection, this life is a journey. In fact, everything is a journey. Is not something which Perfection comes with time, and in fact, perception is again a journey. uh, I'll try to improve with every episode. This is what I can commit as of now. Thanks a lot for watching my video again. I'm highly grateful to you. Thank you. See you in the next episode.